Okay, this is a lab on friction, and what we're going to be kind of doing is we're going to be taking a look at what's going on with friction. And so I have you just rub your hands together and just take a look at your book and does it look rough or smooth. Then I have you pop open a simulation, and I have that simulation for you up right here. And essentially I'm just going to have you rub these books together, and you can kind of see that this little square right here is a kind of a big fancy zoom in, kind of like a microscope of the chemistry book and the physics book. And you can pick up the chemistry book and you can see it move up and down, and you can see it move up and down. And then I just have you rub it together and make some observations on what's going on with the temperature. So it's kind of pretty much all I have you do is just rub the books together, what happens and why is this. And what we're going to do is we're going to pop open the simulation that we played with in the last lab, and we're going to use the acceleration tab just like we were, only this time we're going to leave friction in the middle of the range. We didn't have friction in the previous lab, and I just have you apply some forces and write down in the table what happens, what's the frictional force, what's the net force, and what's the acceleration. I have you increase the force to 100 newtons, increase the force to 150 newtons, and just put down all these guys in the table. And here's the table right over there. You're going to see I also have you increase the mass, moving and stopped for a whole different things here. And last but not least, we're going to slide the friction bar to lots, and we're going to slide the friction bar to none. And what we're going to find is the frictional force is going to depend on several things. So pop open the lab real quick. So we're going to go to the acceleration, and we're going to check all the check boxes, and we're just going to leave the friction right here. Last time we slid it down to none. And then we're going to apply some forces just like before. We can observe the frictional force, we can observe the applied force, and we can observe the sum of the forces. And just real quick, you can kind of just mess around with the forces and record the accelerations.